the Great Wall of China. The guidebooks will tell you to see it right. Go to Muzhaniao, where you can see a 2-kilometer stretch of faithfully restored Great Wall with magnificent views. But when I traveled there, the view was anything but magnificent. There's got to be a better way to see China's great achievement without getting caught in a tourist trap. Turns out there is, if you look long enough. My search took me to Honghuaoqing. The village at the base of the mountain looks as though people are mobilizing for an army of tourists. Newly constructed buildings wait to be filled with Great Wall t-shirts, but tourism is not developed here. Yet. Here you have to work to reach the Great Wall. The ruins hang on the crest of the mountains about 500 meters up. This was my objective, a ruined guard tower. With no signs to guide me, I decided the only direction to head was up. It's a little daunting, but there are footpaths left by other intrepid wall seekers. Now I'm about another 100 meters or so from where I was the last time, and I can actually see the wall. Now there is a path, a very steep path that goes up here, so I'm going to try to follow it for as long as I can. After another 100 meters, my efforts pay off. There it is. No guards, no signs, just one of the 7 man-made wonders of the world right in front of you. Here, there's a breach in the wall that gives you a good look at the wall's construction. The construction is holding up pretty good, although nature is slowly taking over. But that's part of the appeal. By scaling up one of the ends, you can climb up to what is left of the road surface. But a word of warning. This expedition is not for the faint of heart. There are no paved steps or guardrails, and it's at least a 21-foot drop on either side. Not to mention the fact that no one is around to hear you scream. You also have to watch out for traps like this one, a former entry point for guards which has collapsed. At this point, I decided it would be better to put the camera down and look where I was going. After another 20 minutes or so of climbing, I found my ruins. Not much more than a tunnel the guards used to use to pass under the tower. Not only is this one of the greatest man-made structures in the world, it's also known as the longest cemetery in the world. Nobody knows how many died during its building. Some say the bodies of the dead are buried within the wall. I'm glad I went that extra mile to literally that extra mile to actually see an unrestored part of the wall. It kind of makes it a little bit more personal, a little bit more introspective. You get a little more insight into how difficult it was to build one of China's greatest achievements. For the Wall Street Journal, I'm Jeff Bush. Now all I have to do is find my way down.